Welcome back, everybody. Max Knight here, playing some Phantasy Star IV Prototype, and I am now got everybody up to the levels we want. I have lots of money, I have equipment, I have, well, everything that's needed. Let's take a look. Pike here is stronger, a lot more HP. Not much else to talk about, though. I mean, just stats. A couple more uses of Crash. Rudy, he has a lot more attack and defense now. He has more defense than anyone else in the party at the moment, but his HP won't let him go to the front yet. So, you know, just, I got two more techniques here. Tsu, a light technique, Hina's getting out of dungeons. Crosscut skill, basically a really powerful single target attack. Ryra, a little bit more powerful than before. Titanium Mail's helping her out. Defense just not quite as high. She's learned the Zan technique, which is force or physical or wind or whatever you want to say. Hits everyone. Same for Vortex like usual. And yeah, you know, I almost forgot here. Why don't we go ahead and show off Han? Not too much more to say. Just a little bit more powerful than before. Lots more technique points, lots more techniques. Watt is a water technique. It's very useful here on Motavia. Anti removes poison. Doran will reduce agility or dexterity or something like that. I don't know. And vision, like usual. He can cast a lot, let's just say that. So, why don't we not head to the basement yet and talk to this person here, because we forgot to talk to this person before. Machines, do you say? But you can't cook. Why don't you make a machine that can cook? But wouldn't you have to know how to cook in order to make the machine? Jeez. Anyways, apparently this is a female Motavian here. And her husband is thinking somewhere right now. Right. Okay. Anyways, off to the basement. In the warehouse. That is not a tree. Now, right here, the conversation is a little strange, because he's just like, oof, it's rusted shut. Then this is where Pike would be going to the front of the party. That little pause. And then he opens it. It opened! Great, let's go in. It's like, he doesn't even know. I'm just gonna, like, go around, collect the treasure, fight every battle here, because we can, and we can survive. And we're getting a lot of surprise attacks. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Unfortunately, Han is not strong enough to actually kill this when he attacks, even with a critical hit. But we got a surprise attack, so it's real easy. I'm not using the attack all macro because, well, it's not in the proper order of agility, and I'd rather just let the battle happen as it will. That's typically a good way of getting our turns in before the enemy kills us, in comparison to, say, the macro, which may let some of the enemies attack before, maybe I'm just doing this wrong. Breathing on this a little too hard. Anyways, I picked up a Monomate in that chest. It's always good to have one. Monomates heal for more than Rest can for us right now, and it'll be a little while before Han has a high enough mental stat to cast Rest at a useful rate to replace the Monomates. By the time we can replace the Monomates, in all technicality, he should be able to, or I should say, we should be able to pick up and buy Diamate, which is of course more powerful once we get to that point. But that's a little while in the future. Anyways, here we are getting money hand over fist in here. The enemies are dropping, like each individual one, the small ones are all dropping at least 40 Meseta per, and we're running into battles with, you know, 3 to 4 enemies all over the place. The blobs are, I think they're resistant to the physical stat, or the physical element. So I decided right here to show off Tri-Blaster. Actually, I forgot I was going to do that. I'm going to show off the combination attacks. Nothing up there. Stop looking. The combination attacks and skills and whatnot are actually very powerful. Here I'm going to show off Blizzard, which, you know, you have to wait for everything to attack first because, or I put Han in the front always because he's the slowest person that can use combination abilities. At least for the moment, he's the slowest of these. Might as well get Pike healed up. But Blizzard is very powerful here on Motavia. And Tri-Blaster is, of course, even more powerful because it has 3 different components to it. And the way the combination techs work in this game is that each one has... it usually adds the effectivity of the 3 techs, or I should say, of all the techs that are being used in it. And then adds a bonus on top of that. And of course, that is applied to each enemy that it hits. And I don't remember. I don't think there's any combination attacks that... I don't think there's any that hit just one. All combination attacks are hit all. I think. But it's very, very useful because you can get more use out of it than individual techs can do. Now, at a certain point in the game, we're going a little bit later, we're going to be facing an enemy that will actually be better off without the combination attack, even though it's a really powerful enemy, kind of something of a boss. It's by itself, so Han would still be better off just using Watt by himself, and then having Ryra do something different like Vortex or something else, because that's better. Here we pick up a Titanium Crown, which will actually put Ryra at parity with Rudy in terms of the defense stat. But since they have the same HP, you know, what's the point? Just leave her back there and let him take hits, because he can only hit one person, she can hit everyone. Sure, the damage isn't very good, but still. The fact that I can get rid of an Ape Frog before it kills me is freaking awesome. And also, the one big thing you'll notice when I do this is, when I'm playing this, is Pike's level will now be significantly higher than the rest of us for the entire rest of the game. Well, for the entire rest of the time he's with us, and when he comes back later. Basically, it means that he'll have the second highest level of the game at the end of the game. So that will make him that much more useful, because all he really has to rely on is his stats. You know, getting levels. But Tri-Blaster here. Tri-Blaster is, of course, a combination of Foy, Watt, and Tsu. Foy being, of course, fire, Watt being water, Tsu being a light-based attack. One of the very few light-based attacks in the game. And the 3 put together obviously create a really, really awesome blaster effect. It hits everyone. Initially, it hits everyone for about 150. It's one of the few techs that you cannot substitute later versions of the tech for. So once you gain, you know, Guy Foy with Ryra, you cannot use Guy Foy in place of Foy, because it is primarily designed as a powerful early game combination. And I just keep running into these battles over and over and over again. But luckily, because I'm not doing this, you know, commentary while I'm playing, I'm not really, really angry at it either. It's so much easier to do it this way. Some people consider it cheating. I don't care. This is going to be great when I start doing this for other Let's Plays too, because it's going to, especially for Shining Force. Shining Force can be frustrating enough as it is. That door is sealed shut. Very tight. So we're going to go around, and I didn't feel like fighting that because we got a surprise attack. And the rats have apparently chewed their way through. And I think I know which one did it. We got a little slowdown there too. Ooh, Abe Frogs. Let's kill them. With Blizzard! These guys can poison you, but they never did poison me. And because the game is like that, it's gonna throw one more fight my way before I can finish this video. Now, I get kind of nervous, crunch time type feeling when we're getting close to the end of a video. So I was actually getting kind of nervous at this point. I thought, oh man, how much more time is this gonna take? But then you have to I had to like truly remember, oh yeah, just because we're in the same minute doesn't mean we're anywhere close to the end of the video, because you know, when you have less than a minute remaining, and it looks like you're already reached it, it's kind of harrowing. Anyways, Pike has decided he's going to come with us one way or the other, and he believes that we're going to go kill Zio, which you know, maybe we will. Maybe we'll just have to go do that. But yeah, he was arbitrarily saying stuff. And so he invites himself into our party, a la Rain. And Han is incredibly miffed at this because, you know, he didn't have to pay to come along. Yeah, whatever. Alright, when we come back, I will be going and saving the people of Zima. How about that? So, see ya.